Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As part of the Fusion Financials training series, so far we have covered so many topics within GL. Now let me get into the reporting part. And as far as the reporting part is concerned, first I'll start with the FRS report. FRS stands for Financial Reporting Studio. If you have worked on EBS, FRS is equivalent of FSG in EBS, which is Financial Statement Generator. So using FRS, we can build financial statement, be it a balance sheet or profit and loss account, income statement, cash flow statement, and so on. Unfortunately, Oracle do not provide any out-of-box reports as far as the financial statements are concerned. So in any implementation project, building of FRS needs to happen from scratch. So in this video, I'll be talking about how to prepare a balance sheet. So I have taken a sample balance sheet and I'll show you how to prepare that particular balance sheet or create the particular balance sheet using FRS report. Now let's get into the details. Okay, so let me show you the sample balance sheet which I'm planning to prepare. So I'm planning to Reliance being my enterprise. So I'm planning to prepare a balance sheet of Reliance Enterprise as of 30th of June 2025. So these are all my assets. Sorry, these are all my liabilities, and then these are all my assets. So I'm planning to prepare this particular balance sheet. Now let's get into the details as to how we can start creating this balance sheet. So the first prerequisite is you should have any of these roles, financial analyst or general accounting role, so or pretty much any other custom role. Ideally, the objective is the role which has this particular privilege, financial reporting, management, account balances review. This particular privilege will give you an option to create the FRS report. So basically, these two are Oracle out-of-box seeded roles, and if you have any custom role, ensure that that particular role has this particular privilege. Now let me get into the details. So this is the navigation. So others, so let me go into the environment. So go into the others tab. Yeah, others, and then financial reporting center. So click on financial reporting center. Let me again click on this. Yeah, and then click on this, and then click on open workspace for financial reporting studio. If you are opening this for the very first time in your laptop or desktop, then there will be a performance issues. So after this, click on tools, launch financial reporting web studio. So you need not install any kind of a software. So I think a couple of years back, in order to generate or build FRS report, we need to install a software which was provided by Oracle, but now that's not required. So once you click on that, this is what the landing page. So after this, follow the path. And then after this, the steps would be first file new report. If you are building a new report, click on file new report. And here you can see, once you do that, here you can see header, body, footer. So header is where you actually input your report name. So in this case, I would be report title. So I'd be putting a report title as unaudited Reliance Enterprise balance sheet. And body is where you actually build this particular part. So let me click on this plus icon. And then once you click on plus icon, you have three options wherein either you can input a text or an image or saved object. So I'll go for a text. So let me click on text and enter my content or the title. So copy this. This is what I want to enter as my report title. Okay. And then if you want, you can also insert your logo. You can make it in bold, Control B. You can increase the font size. So I'm increasing the font size. I can change the color as well. So let me leave the color as is. Last color. Okay. So that's my header. Now coming to the body, as far as the body is concerned, I need to first create something called a grid. So what I'll do is click on this plus icon and then click on grid. So once you click on grid, system will give you an options to choose your data sources. So this drop down shows your chart of account structure instances. So in my case, my chart of account structure is Reliance. So I'm selecting that. Click on OK. Okay, so once you click on OK, here you'll be able to see a point of view or with different dimensions. So this is rows and this is the column. So if I look at my sample report, in the column, I just want to show my accounting period for different periods. I just want to show the number. And in the rows, I just want to show different accounts. So what I'll do is, as far as columns are concerned, I will drag my accounting period as a column, and as far as the rows are concerned, I would drag my account here. And in my current example, my chart of account structure has four segment: company, cost center, intercompany, and account. So that's what system is showing here. And remaining all are kind of Oracle provided dimensions. So I'll again get into all these dimensions once I complete building up the FRS report. So this is the account. This is the column. Click on OK. Okay. So once you click on OK, this is what you can see. This is the accounting period and this is the account. Okay. So now let's start from here. First, I want to create a kind of a label or heading. Okay. Wherein I do not want to assign any accounts for this. So first row would be, I want a label without assigning any kind of an accounts to this. So equity and liability is what I want to enter. So keep your row here, keep your cursor here, right click, say keep your cursor here. So if you see here, okay, keep your row cursor here, right click, insert, and you have here you have three options: data, formula, and text. If you are just inputting a text wherein you are not planning to assign any accounts, so which is kind of a label, then go for text. And if you are planning to assign any accounts for any of the rows, then you need to go for data. And formula is used for the total column, wherein you are doing a formula or sum of certain rows. So first I'll go with the text. So once I click on text, so see here a row got inserted, and keep your cursor here, paste the content. So that's my equity and liabilities, which is this one. Next one would be again shareholders fund. Again, it's a subheading, so I do not want to assign any accounts. So again, I'll keep my cursor here, right click, insert row, text. Okay. So now as far as the share capital is concerned, I just want to start assigning accounts from here. So let me unhide. I have some accounts already planned. So as far as share capital is concerned, this is the account which I want to assign. So again, in order to find out what exactly your share capital, you can refer your chart of accounts structure. Within your chart of account structure, check your the different national account segments. So in a real world, you will try to, I mean, you will get all these details from your business users. So based on my chart of account structure, as far as the national account for share capital is concerned, this is the segment value 31002. So here you can see you can assign either child value or a parent value. So I will be assigning an account 31002 for my share capital. So first let me create a row. So keep my cursor here, right click, insert a row. I would call it as a data because I'm planning to assign a accounts. Okay, so this is my third row. So go for custom heading, enter this share capital. Okay, that is the heading, and I want to assign 31002. So keep my cursor here and click on account. Once you click on account, here you can see 310002. Okay. Okay, as far as the account is concerned, it shows you the hierarchy which is used in your national account. So this is my hierarchy, your parent hierarchy within, and I mean here you have base and current. So current is my active hierarchy which I'm planning to use, and base is the undated hierarchy. So my account, what's my account, 31002 should be somewhere under your net assets and owner's equity. So I can expand this and I can try to find out that, go to the lowest level and to find out that 31002. I think it should be somewhere here. Or other option would be, if I know the account, what I can do is I can directly enter 31002. Okay, so let me double check if this is the account 31002. Yeah, that's the account 31002. Let me again go back. 31002. This is my account. So I want to select the account from my parent, and which is an active parent. So this is the one. I'm selecting that account, click on OK. And once you click on OK, I can see that's being selected. So let me get rid of this one. Remove from selected. So I just want to keep only the one which I've selected. So this is selected. So click on OK. So I'm done with the adding of share capital account, and then reserves and surplus. Okay, reserves and surplus I will be adding here. Click here, click here. And what is the account for reserves and surplus? It is 31009, which is a parent account. So 31009, 31009. So 31009, this is the account. Click on OK. Let me get rid of this. Keep only that one, 31009. Okay. So that's also done. And then I want to leave a blank row. In order to leave a blank row, again, keep my cursor here. I will say insert row text, and I will not assign anything. So this becomes a blank row, which is this one. Now I'll be assigning, or I'll be creating a row for non-current liabilities. Again, this will be labeled without any accounts being assigned. So click here, right click, insert row text. So which is sixth one. Okay. And for some any reason, if you think that you made a mistake, then select this, right click, and then click on delete if you want to delete that. Okay. So that's non-current liabilities. And then under non-current liabilities, I want to assign, or I want to add long-term borrowings, insert a row. Again, this would be a text. I am not planning to assign any accounts. There are hundreds of accounts. So again, just in the interest of time, I'm just planning to assign accounts only for certain rows, which has some kind of a balance in my test environment. So long-term borrowings, I'm not planning to assign any accounts, and hence I've chosen the option as text. And then federal tax payable. In a real world, obviously, you will be pretty much assigning accounts to all your subheadings, are like all your rows here. So federal tax payable is 21510. So as soon as you copy that, you can see the previous one, well, the previous value was copied. So let me just update this to what I want. So federal tax payable, and then 21510 is my account. So I'm in row number 8, 21510, 21510. Click on OK, right click, get rid of the previous value. So it's very important that when you insert a row, its system tries to copy it from the previous record. So just get rid of that, and then ensure that the account, whatever is entered, is what you want, 21510. So let me again go back to this. Lease liabilities, I'm not planning to assign any accounts. So right click, insert a row, text, lease liabilities, and then other long-term liabilities. Again, I'm not planning to assign any account. Right click, insert a row text, and then one blank row. Right click, insert text, and do not assign anything. And after this, current liabilities, text. Yes, so probably, yeah, current liabilities. And then short-term borrowings. Again, I'm not planning to assign any account for short-term borrowings. So let me enter this. And then trade payables, I'm planning to assign account 21010. So I'll be creating this as a data, and then 21010. So click on account 21010. This is the account. Click on OK. Again, 21010. So this is the previous one. So get rid of this. It was copied in the previous record. So get rid of that. 21010. Okay. And how many more? Yeah. And then other current liabilities 21150. 21150. 21150. 21150. Okay. Again, copy this 21150. Click on OK. Get rid of the other value. So in a real life implementation project, building of FRS report goes for multiple iteration. You build that by based on the requirements from business users. Again, they review that, and there will be lot of iterations to ensure that your balance sheet is balanced and all the concerned accounts which are part of your trial balance, all your assets and liabilities are included in your balance sheet. So other current liabilities and then short-term provisions. Short-term insert. I'm not planning to assign any accounts for this, so I'm just creating this as a text. And then, okay, and then I just want a blank row. Right click, insert text, and then I want a total. So right click, insert. This is where you use formula. So as far as the heading is concerned, I just want to call it as total. Okay. And as far as the amount is concerned, so keep your cursor here. Okay. As soon as you keep your cursor here, you can see this being enabled. So click on this. Okay. And now I want a sum from say 2 to 16. So what I will do is within this, I will open a square bracket, and then I will mention 2 colon 16, close the square bracket, and it's very important. You need to click on this validate. Otherwise, your total will not be calculated. And this will also check if there is any issues in the syntax of the formula being used. Okay. And if you want to use the sum in a different way, wherein you want to do a sum of 2 to 4, then you can do sum 2 to 4 plus sum 7 to 10 plus sum 12 to 16. That is also another way. So I just want to use sum 2 to 16. So this should create a sum for this particular row. Where is the custom heading? Okay, let me again. Oops. Enter total. Okay, so that's for this particular row. Now let me create a blank row and then start adding the assets. Insert text. And then I just want to include this assets. Right click, insert. Again, this is a text. So this is row number 20. It's a text. It's an asset. And then non-current assets. Again, it's a text. Insert text, row number 21. Then fixed assets. Again, this is a subheading. So again, I would call it as a text. So this would be row number 22. Maybe decrease the font. Okay. Decrease the font so that I can see the bottom part. And then tangible assets. I'm planning to assign this account 17700. So insert data, which is this one. So tangible asset, and for tangible assets, I am planning to assign 17700. 17700. So this is the one. Click on OK, get rid of the other one. 17700, click on OK. So that would be tangible assets. Then intangible assets, right click, insert text, which is this one, intangible assets. That is row 24. And then you can continue with non-current investment, long-term advances, other current assets. So maybe in the interest of time, I'll just keep them, and then I'll directly go to the next section, insert text, and then I would go for current assets. Row number 25 is done, or 26 is current assets. And then you have again current investments, inventory, trade receivables. So I'll again skip them, and I'll directly go to the cash and bank balances. Insert data, account, and account is 11110. 11110. Select this, click on OK, get rid of the other one, click on OK. Okay, let me increase the font. Okay, so okay, I'm not able to see the bottom part. Okay, so cash and bank balances, and then short-term advances. Again, I'll skip that, and then I'll directly go to the total. So right click, insert. I'll just create one blank row, which is this one. And then again, I'll go for the last one, which is a total. Right click, insert formula. And this is the custom heading, total. And keep your cursor here. Click on sum. So total would be assets started from row number 20. So I would say 20 to 28. So open the bracket, 20 to 28, close this bracket. Click on this plus icon. Okay, so now we are done with building a sample FRS report. Now let's add some dimensions to it. Okay, so the first one is the ledger. So if you want to run this for a specific ledger, then obviously specify the ledger for which you want to run. So in this environment, I'd already tried once. So that's the reason why Reliance use is actually defaulting here. But otherwise, I need to click on the particular button, and out of all the ledgers, let me choose my ledger, which is Reliance US ledger. Okay, so this is what is Reliance US ledger, which I've selected. Click on OK. Now, as far as the company is concerned, again, these are all the uh, chart of account segments within my chart of account structure. So I want to run this particular balance sheet for 004 company, which is what I have selected and which is what it's being already defaulted there. And then as far as the cost center is concerned, I just want to run it for all the cost centers, and hence I'm not selecting anything. Intercompany, I want to set it for everything. And the scenario for whether I want to run this particular report for a budget or allocated balances or actual balances, it's actual balances. So which is what I'm selecting here, actual. And then balance amount, whether I want to go for beginning balance or ending balance or period activity. Obviously, balance sheet is as on a particular date. So I would be going for ending balance. So I'm clicking on ending balance and click on OK. And then amount type, whether I want to go for a PTD or QTD or YTD. Obviously, balance sheet is for your assets and balance sheet is for your assets and liabilities. So generally, you will be running it with YTD, not a PTD or QTD. So it's YTD, and then currency. Obviously, I want to run my balance sheet in my functional currency. So search for your functional currency. So which is USD in my current example. So I'm selecting USD and click on OK. Okay, and then currency type, click on that, and whether you want to go for converted numbers or entered numbers or total. Obviously, I want to go for total. So total is basically USD being my functional currency. I just want to see all the numbers which are entered in USD plus the numbers which are entered in foreign currency and converted into USD. So in order to get that particular details, I need to select total. So I'm selecting, total is already selected here. I'm clicking on OK. Okay. So these are all the different dimensions for which now we have assigned some values. And the next one is accounting period. So click on this accounting period and click on once as soon as you keep your cursor here. So this gets enabled. So click on accounting period. And as far as accounting period is concerned, I just want to go for prompt for accounting period. That means I just, okay, drag this to right side and get rid of this one. So that means I want the user to enter the accounting period for which this financial statement needs to be generated balance sheet. Maybe whether every month he want to use the same report. Maybe for the month of June, if he's running for the month of June, so accounting period would be coming as a parameter and he need to select June. And he will also have an option to enter more than one particular period so that the report shows two numbers side by side. Okay, so now in this case, I will say prompt for accounting period and click on OK. And as soon as I click on OK, this is what system throws. And so what should be the prompt or the label for the particular prompt? Enter accounting period, or you can just say enter accounting period, something like this. And what is the default member? So when I say default member, what is the default period which you want the system to default every time whenever you run this? So probably you can leave it blank, or maybe for now I just want to default it as June. But in a real world, probably you will leave it at blank because you do not want the same period to be defaulted every time whenever you are running this particular report. So in this case, I just would say June 2025. Okay, again, let me click on this. Okay, ideally we should drag it the right side, which we missed out. So get rid of this one and then leave only June 25. Click on OK. Okay, and then click on OK. Okay, now we are still in a kind of a developer mode. So from a developer mode, we completed developing of this particular report. Now let us save this particular report. Okay, So here you have an option called save. So for the first time when you are saving, you have an option to share under your user ID. So my user ID is FAS05.student, or you can put it in a shared folder. Ideally, if you put it in under your username, then it becomes a private report where only you can run the report variant. But if you want to share this particular report to be run by different users, which is what is the case in most of your live projects, you should save them under shared folder. So I will tell you the path where you need to share this particular okay, so this is the path. Shared custom fin FR. So that's the path where you need to share the files. So under shared custom, shared custom fin. So I think there are two folders with fin. So let's go for the one which has init caps fin. So not this one, I believe. So there is one more fin. I'm under shade folder. Yeah, shade custom. Oops. Okay, or never mind, probably it could be that one. So let me select that one. Pin, and under pin, there should be, yeah, FR. Okay, shared custom pin FR. Type is a report. Click on save. Report name is required. Oh, okay, report name is required. Okay, what should be the report name? I would say Reliance balance sheet. BS. Reliance BS. That's my name of my report. Okay. So now let me, before even business users start running this particular report, let me review this particular report or preview this particular report. So here you have options to preview in PDF, HTML, and Excel. Let me just do a preview in the HTML. So as I mentioned, when you are running this particular report, the accounting period will be a prompt. So I just want to run with June. So let me click on OK. June is the default period which you have entered. And once you click on that, so this is your first version. You can see you have some numbers here. You have something called missing, and your okay. So basically, you and this number is not aligned, or this label is not aligned properly, and here you have something missing, and your balance sheet is not balanced. Your liability shows 14,200 and your asset shows 13,200. So let's get into all these details. So let me first close this. First thing would be, let me expand this. Okay, and also this one. Let me save this. Now let me do a preview. Okay, so now at least it looks better. It looks better wherein you have the labels which are displaying properly. Okay, now let's get into these details. What is this particular missing is about? So select this part. So once I select this particular, this is for the entire grid. Okay, so here you can see options suppression. Within the suppression, here you can see 0. If there is no data, or sorry, if the value of a particular account is 0, what you want system to show, whether you want system to show as #0, no. If the value of a particular account is 0, I just want the system to show it as 0. I'll just enter 0. If there is no data, what you want system to show? Hash missing. Now in this case, for reserves and surplus, looks like there is no data. I do not want system to show as hash missing. If there is no data, I just want system to show it as 0. Okay, and if there is any error, I want system to show as error, hash error, which makes sense. Okay, now I have corrected two things. For 0 values, I just want system to show as 0, and for no data also, I want system to show as 0. Let me save this. Now let me do a preview. Okay. Now it's better. It was earlier, it was showing a missing. Now it shows 0. It's better. Okay. And now another important point here is, let us see if the numbers are right. So this is 3,000 plus 10,200, which is 13,200, which is fine. And as far as this is concerned, minus 20,000 plus 5,000, which is minus 15,000, minus 15,000 plus 800 is minus 14,200. Okay. So at least it looks good as far as it did a proper summation, but your assets are not equal to liabilities, because this being a testing environment, obviously when I tested earlier, it was working, but it's not working because somebody has passed some kind of a journal entry, okay, which has actually screwed up this particular balances. So I'll not get into those details, but in a real world, as I mentioned, this is what might happen. So probably in this case, there is some additional generator which was created, and that account was not considered here. So as I mentioned, in this case, I have considered only 4 or 5 accounts. In an ideal world, you should you should consider all your assets and liabilities in your balance sheet in order for your balance sheet to actually balance. Okay. And next thing, what I will do is, as far as the totals are concerned, it doesn't make sense to show the totals in negative. Generally, all your liabilities behind the scenes are stored as a credit balance, and system shows credit balance as negative values in the tables. And assets generally shows debit balance. Debits are always stored in the table as a positive values. So now what I will do, just as far as this total is concerned, I just want to change the display format. So how can I do that? So as far as the totals are concerned, and that too for liabilities is concerned, this is the total for liabilities. Right click, format, and here you can see negative number symbol, it is prefixed with minus. So what I will do is, I do not want the negative number to prefix with minus. I'm just saying the display to show it as none. So that means now, even though if it's a negative, it will not show in negative, it will still show as a positive one. Again, it's only from a display perspective. We are not changing the balances behind the scenes. It is just from a display perspective. Again, save this, and again go to preview, click on OK. Okay. You can see now it's no longer showing in negative. It is showing positive. But as per the calculation is concerned, it is still doing a proper calculation. Minus 20,000 plus 5,000 plus 500 plus 300 is minus 14,200. Only from a display perspective, it is just showing 14,200. And you can again play around. Here you have a lot of option as far as the format is concerned. Now, as far as this format is concerned, again go to format. I just want to display this font in a bigger size. I just want to display this font in, say, 12. And the font style, I will just want to make it as bold. You can also change the colors. You have different your font families as well. So I'll just say apply. Okay. If I'm doing this for liability, so ideally I should be doing the same thing for the total under assets. So let me do the same thing for total assets. Let me change it to 12. Let me change it to bold. Apply. Okay. Again, save this. Look at the preview. Okay, here again, the accounting period June 2025 is defaulting. If I want to run it for multiple periods, or if I want to run for a default period other than the the period which is defaulted, click on this and then enter the, oops, you should be able to enter the period name. Let me close this. Let me close this. Let me go to preview. Yeah, click on this. Okay, so this is where I can enter this. So June 2025 is already selected. Let me expand this and let me enter May 2025. So drag it to right side, click on OK. Now you have two periods selected, June and May. Now let's see what will happen. Click on OK. Now you should be able to see June numbers as well as May numbers, which are coming in side by side. Okay, so you can say as far as May is concerned, your balance sheet is balanced. As far as June is concerned, balance sheet is not balanced because there is looks like there is certain accounts which are used in June month, but those accounts have not included somewhere in the whatever the ranges of this particular label. So that's the reason why your balance sheet is not balanced. Okay. Otherwise, you can see May is balanced, and you can see wherever there is no balances or where there is no data or where the balance is zero, it is showing zero. Now let me close this. So this is still in a developer mode. Now, once this is done, save this. Now let me close this. Let me, oops, close this. Okay, click on OK. So in an ideal world, from a user perspective, user will not be going to that particular navigation and running this screen. So user will have access to only to this particular screen. User will be generally going to others, financial reporting center. So once the user gets into your others and financial reporting center, this is where that particular report or the balance sheet, whatever we have built, that should be appearing here. So be on the all and search for Reliance BS. Okay. It's not appearing. So if it is not appearing, what you need to do is we build that particular report just now. So you need to ideally log out and then log back. Let me stop my sharing my screen. I need to enter my password. Okay, I need to enter my password. Let me stop sharing for a minute. Okay, let me enter my password. Okay, let me go to the same navigation, financial reporting center. And now again, keep your cursor under all. So this is actually a recent item. So this is all items. This is the favorite items. So once you run our report, it should come under recent. And once you make it as a favorite, it should come under favorite. So as of now, we still did not run this particular report, and hence it will not be coming under recent. And obviously we did not make it as a favorite, and hence it will not be coming under favorites. So go to the all and now search for that. Okay, so again, it's still not coming. So sometimes yeah, now it's coming. See, Reliance BS. So click on this. Okay. Okay. So this is what user see. And if we want, he can again play around. So if we want to run this for say Reliance US, like if we want to run it for say Reliance IN, so you can select Reliance IN and click on OK. And then this should be automatically refreshed. Okay, so as far as the Reliance IN or India is concerned, there is no data in this environment, and hence you can see it has hash errors, and for all the rows you can see it 0. So let me again change it back to Reliance US. Okay, and as a user, I will be more interested to see the data in Excel. So here you have an option: export to Excel, export to Word, PDF preview. So let me go to export to Excel. So once you click on export to Excel, your Excel report is downloaded. So this is what is your balance sheet looks like in your Excel. Again, as I mentioned, this is just my first iteration. You need to do a lot of formatting to show the data in a proper user-friendly way. But at least this will give you a guidance on how to build an FRS report. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle Fusion Financials, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.